Hey class, this is Nico. Welcome to Digital Marketing Design. I know some of you are in my self-branding through social media class, and one of the first things I wanted to say is there will be a little bit of overlap because of the tools that we're using. We're both going to do listening stations. We're both going to do Hootsuite. There are things online that are sort of these wonderful tools that you need to be very familiar with. So we will be covering all of those as part of both of the classes. If you are in both classes, I'm not going to let you create a digital marketing plan for yourself. That is going to be something that you will be doing in the self-branding through social media class, and in this class, you're going to need to find a client. There is an explanation of the 3 clients that you will need to find that is also posted, and we'll kind of leave that alone and let you get to that later. Okay, digital marketing. The first thing that we are covering is this dramatic change in the way that marketing is happening. People are no longer very receptive to being told to buy things. That's one of the biggest things that's happening online. You're having to develop relationships with people, to become trusted by people, and then when it's time for them to make a purchase, and they trust you and they like you, and they're in a relationship with you, then you're the one that they buy from. That's a very, very, very big departure from the way that marketing has traditionally always been done. It's always been billboards. It's been print ads. It's been even radio ads and television ads. Everything that marketing has always been before the internet was, you need to buy this, you need to buy this, you need to buy this, this is why. Now, people are jumping into conversations with brands, and brands have to respond. That's the biggest shift that has occurred because of the internet. This is interactivity. You have an opportunity to send a tweet to Starbucks and let them know, hey, the coffee that I had this morning was really bad, and I don't think that I'm going to have Starbucks anymore. And they're going to have a chance to respond to you. That's a very, very powerful thing, and at the same time, for a lot of companies and a lot of brand owners and a lot of people in marketing, that's a very, very confusing thing. It used to not happen. It used to be random. Maybe you get a letter to the editor. Maybe you get somebody calling your 800 number. But for the ability for anybody to pull out their cell phone and make an incredibly public comment about your brand that hits their entire network, that is a completely different world. And that's why digital marketing is becoming increasingly important, not only on a brand management, image management stance, but also in the way that you approach people to get them to buy your products. So, one of the biggest things that I always tell my clients whenever we're having a sit down and we're in a pitch meeting and they're kind of saying, okay, well, why social media? Why do I need this? One of the biggest things that you need to know is that social media is not immediate. There's nothing about a social media campaign. Sorry, a social media campaign is not immediate. This is not something that will turn into immediate sales. It's not about sales. It's about your brand. It's about your image. It's about presenting this company in the best light as possible. It's about developing and increasing a brand's reputation by providing customers access to the brand and becoming a benefit to somebody's life, bringing value to a conversation, and not trying to sell anybody anything. It's about relationships. It's about developing relationships with people, and it's about increasing the level of trust between your customers and the brand. So On a very sort of technical level, there are a few reasons why brands should have a social media presence. On a very, very, very technical level, when you create a profile on a website that is not your website, so we're talking Facebook, we're talking YouTube, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, all of these incredibly important social networking sites now, when you create a profile on those sites and you link back to your website, that is search engine juice that is coming to your website, and it is increasing the value of your website for the particular things that you would like to be found. Anytime that you create a link, anytime that you create a tag, anytime that you have something off of your site pointing to your site, that adds value to your site. So you gain traffic on your website through your social media activities. I know that sounds incredibly it's incredibly simple. It's very, very straightforward in that, yeah, of course, if I'm on Twitter and I post a link to my website, then that will drive traffic to the site. But there's a lot of people who don't really understand that that's the key to, that's a very, very simple key to adding traffic to your website. Start a Twitter account, get followers, and start talking about your brand. Start a Facebook account, start a Pinterest account. Do these things that are creating links to your website that are not on your site, where you are going to the places that you have customers already looking for you, and you will have more traffic to your site. And when you're doing that, you are also creating a community around your brand. That's the second big thing that you do through social media, is you create a community around your brand. The third thing that you do with social media is it gives you a platform to become a thought leader. And what a thought leader is somebody that you trust. You know, when you think about, okay, sometime in the next 6 months, I need to buy a new television. You have somebody that immediately comes to mind. Oh, I need to talk to this person before I buy the television, because they always know the specials. They know the best types of televisions to buy. They're sort of my go-to expert on televisions. If a brand, let's say Best Buy, you've developed a relationship with Best Buy through Twitter, and you've gone back and forth with Best Buy on Twitter, when it's time for you to buy a television, odds are you're going to buy it from Best Buy, because they are your go-to. They're the ones that you trust. They're the ones that you ask the questions to. They're giving you all of this information, and when it's time to actually make a purchase, they're the ones that you believe in. So you're not going to end up going to Star Power or something along those lines. You're going to go to Best Buy because you've developed this relationship. This is changing the way that brands operate. This is changing the way that businesses go about their imagery. This is changing everything, and I think probably the reason that you're in this class is because you understand that. You may not understand exactly how, but that's the goal. That's why we're in here. I'm going to keep this brief because I am in Thailand. I've been in Southeast Asia for 4 months, and I am coming back to Dallas tomorrow, which I don't know when you're going to see this, but for me, tomorrow is January 22nd. And one thing that's new for some of you all who have either had my in-person class or have taken another online class for me, I actually have an office this semester. I'm not sure where it is, but as soon as I get it, I'll post it. So I will be keeping office hours. I'm not sure when that'll be, because I'm in Thailand and there are people in my office that I don't know as of right now. So as soon as I get back and I know where this thing is, I will post it, and you can come meet me if you would like to. Usually every semester that we do online classes, there's a couple of students that are very interested in just kind of having a sit-down conversation. And I'm a big believer in personal connections. So if that's something that you want, I have office hours this semester, and I'm more than happy to meet up with you. I'm not just doing the online thing. unlike last semester when I was mostly in Asia. So if you have any questions, everything should be pretty straightforward. The three potential clients, it basically comes down to, I want you to look through your network, and I want you to find 3 entities that can be benefited by a digital marketing plan. Now, what I mean by this: does your mom own a flower shop? Does your uncle own a lawn care business? Does your sister manage a coffee shop? Do any of them have a website? Do they have a really crappy website? Do they have a Facebook page but have no idea what the word Twitter means? Are there these local sort of personal entities that you know that could be benefited by you working with them on a social media level? One of the big things that I do want to stress with this is that you need to pick an entity that you are either going to continue working with after the semester, or somebody who is interested in this that you can teach, or you need to start kind of your own passion project thing. All of this is in the other description, or the other video when I talk about the 3 potential clients. But don't pick somebody and leave them hanging, because that's not cool. It's just not cool. So check out the other video. Check out the discussion questions. I posted a sort of explanation of how the discussions work, and hopefully we'll have some great conversations throughout the semester. Anything that I post, unless it has the big, huge words optional, I do want you to check out. So please do. And if you have any questions, shoot me an email. You can hit me up on Twitter. That's probably the fastest way to get a hold of me. And yeah, if there's anything that I can help you with, please just let me know. I'm here for you. I want this to be successful, and I hope we have a great semester. Thank you so much, and we'll chat soon.